All right, what's up, people? Sorry, anybody, if if you were waiting like an extra minute or so. I mean, I'm still started at 8 o'clock. But man, I was eating some chicken fresh out the oven. I had to like scoff it down. It was like hot. Boy, is it a sad day, man. I wanted to do a lot more to pay my tributes. Thank you for already being in the chat, folks. Matt Sandstrom and Start Small, Think Big. Thank you very much for already being in the chat. Thank you, everybody who already hit the like button. You guys are much appreciated. Matthew, I did see your comment earlier asking that question, and I did respond to it. Yes, my rate did go up to 8%, and I also kept it real. There's been a time where it went all the way up to like 16%. So there's other things you can do rather than using a CDP. There's other options out there as well. It's something to pay attention to, so we can kind of touch on that. Hey, Rabenzo, he said, what's up, bro? I got $10 in XMR in your name, homie. Hey, thank you very much, bro. And I actually did set up my wallet because I remember you saying that yesterday. So that's much appreciated. That's the first thing you came in saying. This Kobe Bryant thing is crazy. It definitely hurts seeing it, man. H Boogie, what's up? Like Start Small, Think Big said, gone but not forgotten. No way, could never be forgotten. It's a sports legend, Hall of Famer that'll be here forever, man. So let's go ahead and let's start this thing off as usual. First things first, if you are not subscribed to the channel, if you're watching the replay, make sure you subscribe. I am doing content on cryptocurrency every single night. We are doing the Shill stream 8 p.m. Eastern time. So if you want to stop by, just come by 8 p.m. Eastern time. I'm doing it every night. As usual, 30 minutes on the weekends, unless it gets good. I'm not in a rush or anything like that. It's just, me kind of just limiting myself. You know what I'm saying? So, feel free to stop by. H Boogie said, got my rune staking today, 1% per week. Wow, 1% per week, huh? That's pretty big, man. You think rune is gonna pop off, man? Because my thing is, as long as it's a good project, and it seemed like a solid project, as long as it's a good project, it's worth staking. But if it's also like a volatile project that might not do well, there's some risk there. But that 1% per week is pretty crazy, man. That's amazing. Pardon me. Like I said, I had to scoff down this chicken so I could hurry up and do this stream. So I had to wash that down real quick with some ginger ale. The hood remedy. But I had some, like I said yesterday, I've been having some stomach issues, so I had to use the hood remedy. Classic ginger ale fixes everything. Got the flu, ginger ale. You got a cut on your arm from falling on the ground, you scraped your knee, drink some ginger ale. It'll help that heal faster. This is not health advice. So make sure you subscribe to the YouTube channel if you haven't already. And if you haven't hit the like button, make sure you go ahead and hit that like button, thumbs up. Check me out on Twitter. I'm posting here and there. Today I posted a couple times. Obviously, this whole thing with Kobe Bryant, it got me, tweeting a few things. A lot of people forgot that Kobe Bryant spoke at a cryptocurrency conference for Tron. It was called Nitron. That's their summit that they do. And Kobe Bryant spoke there, man, and you can watch a couple of YouTube clips about it. And he wasn't necessarily talking about cryptocurrency. It was really more so, just about how he stayed focused and just him as an entrepreneur and stuff. Kobe did really great with money, man. Did really great with money. Not just making money in NBA, but like with his investments as well. Like I don't know if everybody knows, but let's see, Kobe Bryant, Coca-Cola. So let's see. Kobe Bryant just got a lot wealthier with Coca-Cola's purchase of sports drink. Coca-Cola purchased a minority stake in the Body Armor sports drink. This says Tuesday, but this was, a while back. And my wife even uses this, it helps with certain things, like I think breast milk or something like that, when, cause we just had a baby. She just gave birth recently. And, Rubenzo says, never was into sports, but it's a damn shame he was so young and his daughter makes it so much worse. Yeah, man, I ain't gonna lie to y'all, man. It was hard. I just shed a little tear, man. Like, I don't really be crying about a lot of stuff, man, but when people pass, and they had a great impact on so many lives, and then just the daughter just adding on top of that, because we seen how he was such a family man, that I know, or at least my thought is that he would have went a lot more peaceful if his daughter wasn't there. You know what I'm saying? And that just must be the worst thing, just going down and you see your daughter right there with you. Is I can't even imagine it, yo. H Boogie said Rune store, what is it called? I know the tokens are called Rune. But he said he's staking his Rune, and he said, great project, no scam team. Your staking is not locked in. I'm taking my rewards and I will swap for BRB. Is BNB, I'm guessing? You let me know. Rubenzo, yo. Hey, Rubenzo, let me, let me enter my password real quick. Okay, I don't got no Monero in this wallet. Let's see, receive. I think this is my address right here, so go ahead and drop that in there. Goodness gracious, that's a long address. Everything in Monero was like super. The backup key was like so many words. This address is super long. But hey, it is what it is, man. Pardon me. So yeah, let's talk about this investment thing that Kobe did, because a lot of people don't know, like, he wasn't just one of the best sports players in history all time. He also was a smart investor. And so it says Bryant's first invested in Body Armor, which specializes in sports water and super drink, as a competitor to Pepsi's Gatorade, in March 2014 with a 10% stake, $6 million. After the Coca-Cola deal, Bryant's stake has skyrocketed to about $200 million. He turned $6 mil to $200 mil off an investment. Hey, Rubenzo, thank you very much for sending that over. I'll let you know whenever I get that. I'll definitely let you know. Because otherwise, you would probably get a confirmation, but, the privacy, I'm going to have to show it. Nobody else could watch those transactions, which is awesome. But yeah, man, this guy turned $6 million into $200 million off of an investment. So, this dude was definitely a motivation, not only in going hard at something, but also just making smart choices. You know what I'm saying? Word, Rubenzo saying, I don't know how much he got. That's the great thing, is that I gotta have multiple Ethereum wallets. You know what I mean? So that when people are interacting with me, I'm showing stuff on the Shill stream, people don't have to know. But with Monero, I can show you. You can have my address, and I can have one address pretty much. Nobody would really know. So that's the awesome thing. Anyway, how long does Monero transactions normally take? You let me know, and I'll let you know, obviously, when I get it. But if you know, you know. So yeah, man, this guy Kobe already making tens of millions, hundreds of millions of dollars in the NBA. Your man turned $6 million into a $200 million worth of stock. man, what a flip, right? What a flip, dude. It's like a 25x or something like that. Like, it's crazy. So, you know, shout out to him, man. This is really a significant loss. Should be instant, but 20 minutes for all confirmations. H Boogie said about 10 minutes for Monero. I wonder if I gotta be synced with the wonder if my whatchamacallit needs to be synced, because it says synchronizing wallet, synchronizing daemon. So we'll just wait and see. I ain't really tripping. Once it's sent, it's sent. So anyway, that you know, that's kind of just something I wanted to show. Like, this guy was really an entrepreneur, and he was talking at a crypto conference for Tron. He didn't say like, yo, I'm buying up Tron or anything like that, because he's a respectable guy that don't need the money. He just went and encouraged people and talked about taking risks. You know what I'm saying? Okay, I'm gonna sync later. I had synced it earlier, but I guess you gotta do it whenever you open a wallet. Not really sure. Okay, yeah, syncing to another public node. Seems like it's synchronized. I just hit the switch on this joint, syncing to another node. Now it says wallet is synchronized. Oh, here we go, right there, total balance. Hey, shout out to Rabenzo, man. Thank you very much, man. You know, you guys definitely been hooking me up, man. I appreciate y'all so much just for taking care of me. You know, somebody else just sent me, I'm sorry that I'm forgetting his name real quick. I'll find it right now. I don't know why I'm forgetting his name. Yeah, Joseph, man. Joseph sent me, technically sent me $20 worth of basic attention token, but really meant to send me 10. So I'm gonna send him 10 back, but it's in my uphold. You know, they release it every month. But shout out to him. He sent me 10 bucks. Now Rabenzo sent me 10 bucks in Monero. You know, that makes this much more worthwhile. Just that, you know, even I'm not like gonna be cashing this out and like funding anything, but like, this how I could stack crypto is when people just throw me a little coin just as some appreciation. H Boogie sent me 50 synthetics tokens. That was crazy. So thank you guys. Like, I really thank y'all, man. Seriously. So hey, go hit that like button on this tweet, man. Let's make the crypto community show some special love to the homie Kobe Bryant. And I didn't even say nothing that was like, oh, Kobe and Tron. It was like, Kobe never shilled crypto. However, he was a huge proponent for going hard at what you love, investing, and innovation. So come on, man, go to that Twitter, you know what I mean? Hit that like button, retweet that joint, you know what I'm saying? Matter of fact, what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna share this joint. Man, there was a Oscar-winning short film about Kobe, man. Like, it's man, I can't even explain in words, man. So there goes the tweet right there. If anybody, you know, get a chance, just go ahead and click that, retweet it if you don't mind. I feel like it's one of those things that people kind of forgot about in the crypto space, and with the way I said it, you know, they might actually retweet it. I did put TRX at the end. I don't know if some maximalists might not want to retweet it because of that. It's whatever, man. So somebody asked me, Matt asked me earlier about DeFi Saver. The stability fee went up. And this is something that you definitely do gotta watch, man. It's been all the way at 16% one time, or 18%. It was ridiculous. And that was a big frustration, man. There's other places that you can actually, you know, borrow. If you just DeFi Prime, DeFiPrime.com. That's DeFiPrime.com. There's a lot of different projects where you can actually check out for cryptocurrency DeFi. And lending and borrowing is one of the topics. You can look at all of these different places that have all these different ways for you to get collateral loans, basically. And I talk about compound out finance a lot. This is another one where you got to check the rates. The rates might, the rates might change on you, but you can actually borrow. Yeah, it's up 8%. Boom. But the lending is at, nearly 8% right now too, which is pretty awesome. Let's see, DeFi Prime. Let's go back to DeFi Prime. Because man, the rates are looking good. I hate when these things just like, there you go. Wow. Look at the rates right now. 7.27%, 7.8 on Fulcrum, 7.5 on Compound, Didex 6.45. It's looking pretty good right now, man. I see these things stay around the 8 mark. I might actually just throw me some DAI tokens in and just watch them joints just stack. In fact, if anybody has never really seen this, because a lot of times people ask me in this right here, like how this stuff works. I don't think I have any DAI right now, but here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna borrow a little bit of DAI and actually do this live. So I'm gonna take out 10 DAI tokens and I'm gonna deposit it into that contract. Do you go to Smart Savings and DeFi Saver? What you mean? Not really sure. You talking about this right here, where it moves it back and forth? I haven't, and I'm already feeling the guilt trip. I should definitely be doing the Smart Savings, right? So this is where you can actually. Do you see it instantly over here? How do we check on how much our interest is building up in DeFi Saver? I'm not sure what you mean by that. I'm not really sure what you mean by how do we check how much our interest is building up in DeFi Saver. Like you talking about with DAI tokens? Okay, so if it shows it in real time here, let's I wonder if I could just do it just like that. Okay, so this is where it all happens, huh? So let's borrow 10 DAI. Sorry, right here. I'm gonna generate 10 DAI tokens. I'm not really sure exactly how you can see where the stability fee is changing from. I'll research. Yeah, I know what you mean, and I'll look into that. You said it's kind of cheesy that they can change it. So the governance is ran by the people that hold maker tokens. Let's go on coin. So this is still a decentralized thing. This is not like some people that just own this platform that just suddenly, make the rates go higher. This maker token is the token that governs the contract that's going on in the back end, and they help decide like what the stability fee is going to be. So all the holders of this token vote on it. So they'll vote for it to go back down to 6%, 4%, or whatever the case might be, or they'll vote on it to go higher. So it's really the community that's kind of like choosing how this thing goes. And it does suck that the stability fee can't change. So it's definitely something you should do some. When I say do research, like I really do mean it. I'll answer any questions that I can, but definitely do some research, man. The maker token and the DAI token, they go hand in hand, like literally. This is the governance token, DAI is the stable coin. So Ace Boogie said, you don't see the interest build up in any lending protocol. You have to know what you started with initially. Right. So let's go to the smart savings, and it's looking like Fulcrum has the highest return right now. So let's put our, can we just click max here, our max 10 die right now, and go ahead and supply it. I never, like, I've connected to this one before, and I don't remember seeing it go up like Instadap. On Instadap, you could see little coin just getting added, like just fast. You could just watch it, and you're like, whoa, I like this. Makes you feel good about doing this. I don't recall DeFi Saver being exactly the same, but we could see it does tell you, you know, with $10 at this interest rate, I should make a penny within a week, 6 cents within a month, within a year, 81 cents, and that's just with $10. Okay, so now that I'm connected, I can actually make the deposit here. First, you need to confirm, like, yes, I'm allowing this contract to happen, and then you can actually deposit it. So we had to wait for 2 transactions. Go ahead and wait for this joint. While we waiting, matter of fact, you know, Bitcoin is coming up a little bit, man. It's crazy. I drew this line. I don't know if y'all was watching the other day. I put this line for where I thought we were gonna have some support, and I haven't moved it. Swear to God, I have not moved it. And look, man, we really did use this as support. I mean, it's clear. You know what I'm saying? You can see over here, you know, the resistance and the support that's happening. Same thing over here. Same thing over here. You know, you've seen some resistance, and you know, arguably over here, like, it was just so many that was pointing to this area. So that's why I put that there, and it looked like we bounced right off of that. And you know, maybe things might be turning around a little bit, and we might be just making our way back up. But we're gonna have to see. I'm just keeping my eyes on things. I'm not really making too much judgments based on where I see things going. Not gonna lie to y'all, man, more and more I've just been not really a big fan of like Bitcoin. Every single day I've been just like more and more not a fan of Bitcoin. It's really starting to feel like pyramid, bro. I mean, it's multi-level or something, you know. I don't really know what to call it, but it's just, and I know a lot of people don't like hearing that, but like, it's not usable in the way that we wanted it to be usable, and like we had to put these second layers on top of it. It's like, why don't you just make another coin then? You know, I don't know, man. There's a lot to be spoken about when it comes to that, so I'm not even gonna, you know, go too crazy, get anybody all hyped up. So boom, you can see my DAI growing just like that. This is nice. You can see DAI just growing right now. So Matt, basically what happens though is that when the lending rates go higher, so you see how you can make 8% right now, a lot of times the borrow rate is higher, and vice versa. So like the stability fee is 8%, because right now in the smart savings is around like 8%, 7 to 8%. So if you wanted to, you can kind of like, you can do this without actually staking your Ethereum. You can just get DAI tokens. You can just get DAI tokens and then just throw those DAI tokens into the smart savings and just start earning. You can see this is what I'm earning live with $10, 10 DAI in here. I'm already just earning like parts of DAI tokens. And in a week, I'll have 1 cent. That's not much, but obviously 10 DAI tokens is not much. So this is something else that I was starting to do weekly videos on in the past. And it just kind of fell off because the rates went so low. Like the rates went to like 3% annual. I'm like, yeah, I'm not doing videos every week for that. But it started off with this video, earn crypto interest. And then I did it in a couple videos. I think week 3 I might have made $1 finally, because I was putting like $50 a week. Let's see. Let's put this audio up. Yes, I made $1, man. I finally made $1. Let me get my chair over here. I know it's just $1. Sounds like a little bit of money, but let's go ahead. Hold on. I made $1 using compound.finance. All I deposited was a little over $300. And you guys should go ahead and check this little series out, man. I'm just showing like basically my compound.finance account. And I only had this for about 3 weeks. And I made $1.30. I think this is pretty crazy. So I said that. So like in 3 weeks, you know, with a 7.21% annual return, and it's higher than that right now. I made $1 in 3 weeks with putting 50. Like I started with 150 and then I put 50 a week. So imagine if you park $1,000 in here. There's nothing to really lose. You know what I mean? It's still risky because it's crypto. You never know what can happen. So, yeah, that's one thing I do know about DeFi Saver is you can swap between those protocols. So you can, these over here, you can just boom at the click of a button, just move over from Compound. Like right now I'm in Fulcrum. I can move it from Fulcrum to Compound because Compound has the second highest rates. Boom, maximum, and it'll just move it. So that's the nice thing without having to like withdraw, go to another, like it just makes everything simple for you. So let's just erase that. So that's something else to consider, man. Matt Sandstrom said he thinks that Bitcoin is just a store of wealth. And then Rabenzo says it's hard to call it a store of value when it makes 50% moves in a month. Straight up. I'm getting over Bitcoin, man. I'm not gonna lie to y'all, man. Like I think that I think crypto is growing enough where people are gonna start, like, this is the thing. People don't come into crypto unless like something crazy is happening. This is just straight up. Unless the price is going crazy, and usually the price is going crazy when scams are happening. So not always, but we all know BitConnect. You know what I mean? BitConnect, I think is, matter of fact, forget BitConnect. I think BitConnect was one of the big reasons that so many people got into crypto, personally. That's what I think. I think a lot of people seen a commercial on YouTube, heard you can just, you know, get massive gains every single day, 1%, 2%, 3% returns, and reinvest it and compound your money. But what about Plus Token? A lot of people are not talking about Plus Token that happened last year when Bitcoin just had its like run that happened right here. Plus Token was happening. And a lot of people don't really know that or point that out. And then right around here, somewhere in this area, no lie, just take a look at it. The Plus Token scam, it came to an end. And Plus Token was bigger than BitConnect. They have 1% of all Bitcoin. How the Plus Token scam absconded, I don't even know what that word means. I'm not that smart. With over 1% of the Bitcoin supply. 1%. So on June 27, a handful of leaders, wildly popular Ponzi scheme, yada yada yada, were arrested with the roughly $3 billion at the time, at least. They got a bunch of ether, 789,000 ether, 26 million EOS, but you know, Bitcoin was the big one that they got. But if you just look at it, like look at the dates here. On June 27th, right? When did Bitcoin start going down? Let's see, we reached the top right over here. Look, June 27th, that's right around the top of the last bull market. Look at that, 26.27, red candle on the 27th. Right there on the 27th, big red candle. What happened on the 27th? On June 27, 2019, a handful of leaders for a wildly popular Ponzi scheme were arrested by Chinese authorities. Plus token. What happened on June 27th? Big red candle. We started going down again. Okay, Bitcoin tends to go up when scams are happening, people. What happened during this run? What happened during this run? I mean, this was definitely a bubble and we started pulling back, but BitConnect was happening during this run. Let's be honest. And then the bubble popped. BitConnect got cease and desist. Bubble popped. We went to a bear market. I'm not saying that Bitcoin doesn't have any value, but like, can we be real with ourselves? Like, who's really coming into Bitcoin for, yes, ICOs were a big part of that for sure. ICO bubble and BitConnect was in there. And it was like all types of scams happening, especially in the ICO market. There's all types of scams that were happening in ICOs. And when scams are happening and people are just hearing, hey, I could become rich off this digital token that used to cost, pennies or $1 or whatever the case might be, or $100, and now it's worth way more. And so many people are getting rich off of it. And now there's this new opportunity that you can just multiply your Bitcoin. Like, people jumped in. So people jumped into BitConnect, and then they jumped into a bunch of ICOs, and we had a massive bubble, and then it came crashing down. Even worse when Bitcoin Cash split up, crashing down even harder. And then Plus token comes around. And Ponzi scheme, pumping the price. And then right there, on the same day that Bitcoin started coming down from the new high that we reached, about 14,000 since all-time highs, we finally hit 14,000, and then a big red candle happens because on the same exact day, people from Plus token were arrested. I'm getting tired of Bitcoin. I'm just not the same believer that I used to be, and that's just is what it is. Yes, man, hey, crypto fees, man. Yeah, RIP Kobe, man. Like I said, this is a 30-minute stream on the weekend, so I'm about to get out of here in a minute. Matt Sandstrom said when Bitcoin goes up to 250,000, it will be more stable. Yeah, let's see if it gets there, man. Let's see if it gets there. I don't know if the halvening is really gonna push the price up. I hope it does, guys. Like, I really do. But I think as the technology builds up, people are gonna hear, oh, you can make money on a new social media platform called Voice. Oh, I'm gonna get into that. You know what I mean? Or oh, you can make money using decentralized finance with Ethereum. Oh, I'm gonna get into that. And people are gonna come into platforms that are actually generating money, not just speculating, because Bitcoin is literally just speculation. We know that, it has a lot of things that add value to the network, the security with the hash rates and everything, the longevity that it's had. It's been in the market for a long time. It's the most liquid. Obviously, you can't transfer, $2 billion worth of EOS. Who has $2 billion worth of EOS? But some people do have $2 billion worth of Bitcoin, probably. You know what I mean? Obviously, Plus token, they had like $3 billion worth of Bitcoin at a certain time. So, the pump is coming for Bitcoin with rumors of smart contract capabilities. Yeah, right. No way. Not gonna happen, bro. You know how slow Bitcoin is? Like, who wants to run smart contracts on such a slow platform, bro? You talk bad about Ethereum tagging me on these tweets. Yo, crypto fees been coming at me on a low, man. He tagged me on, where is it? He tagged me on this joint, man. He tagged me on this thing where people talking about Ethereum was never intended to scale. Cause this guy, he was best friends with Vitalik, and I'm lying right now. I'm just kind of like, using sarcasm. Ethereum was never intended to scale. It was a test by Vitalik to see if it was possible to put an intelligent layer on the blockchain via smart contracts. The test was successful, but has almost no chance to gain a mass adoption status. EOS is designed from the start to scale. That's cool, but EOS is really not usable right now. And on top of that, like there's a million projects that are like built from the bottom to scale right now. So let's see if they'll really bring in that adoption. That's really all I can say. I'm so excited for the upgrade on EOS, and I hope that it gets better, and I hope that voice is super successful, because I'm actually blockchain agnostic. I hear a lot of people say that, like I really am, but I see where the fundamentals are, and it's in Ethereum. It has the liquidity, you know, it has the adoption going on, and that's really what you need right now in crypto. Is you need adoption and you need liquidity, and I just don't have those things anywhere else. What I do need from Ethereum is I need it to scale. So right now I'm using the apps that work, which are decentralized financial applications. Matt Sandstrom said Bitcoin doesn't need to do anything new. It's gold. How easy is it to buy food with gold coins? It's extremely difficult to use gold coins to buy food, but it's also extremely difficult to buy food with Bitcoin as well. Like, I'm sure there's certain websites that I can just like, you know, get my groceries, pay with Bitcoin, but like it's probably a lot more convenient to use, just use cash, US dollars. So DeFi Saver is totally risk-free, right? Smart contract. Hey, are you? Definitely not what I'm saying. If you look at any time that I talk about it, I say this is crypto. Everything in crypto is high risk. If you think that I don't mean that when I say that, I'm just trying to cover my behind in case like some crazy exit scam happens, like you got me mistaken. I mean that when I say it. All right. And when you asked me if the DeFi Saver, you know, if the stability fee went up for me too, I told you it went to 16 or 18%. I put it out on the table for everybody to know what risks that I know about. Like, I'm not gonna be the guy that sits here and says like, oh man, this coin and this and that's going to the moon. Wait till this happens. Wait till that happens. Like, you don't hear me saying none of that stuff. Am I excited about voice? Yeah, I'm gonna try it out. If it sucks, I'm gonna tell you it sucks. Right now, I was the guy that told you, yo, I'm going all in on EOS. It's on smart contracts, so there's a good level of safety to it, but that doesn't mean that it's not risky. You know what I'm saying? Like, all of this is risky, man. Like, what if negative interest rates start happening? I mean, you can pull your tokens out whenever you want, but that's an exaggerated example, but you just never really know, man. You know, I made a video like a year ago why I'm going all in on EOS. I really enjoyed the project. Now we got guys like this guy talking about EOS as if it works right now. Like, it just literally, like, the average person can't use EOS right now. Try bringing somebody new into EOS right now. Just try doing that. See how much fun that is. You know, and it's like, why is this guy even spreading FUD about Ethereum when you can't even onboard like an average person onto EOS right now? Like, it just makes no sense to me. You know, I'm not against EOS. I love EOS IO. I hope that it works, but if EOS itself doesn't work, most people are not going to roll the dice on the next EOS IO built platform. Nobody's going to say, oh, hey, you know, that's what was wrong with EOS, but these guys forked EOS and made a couple of changes, and now we still think it's the ETH killer. That's not how people think, people. Like, that's just not how most people think. What they really do think is they say, Ethereum for the longest time said 2020 is when they're going to be ready to scale, while Cardano keeps on telling you these next 6 months, the next 3 months, Ethereum's like, it's going to take us a few years. And they've been doing little upgrades, and now you see it working a lot faster. So me on the back end, I'm like, seems to be all right. Got the most liquidity. DeFi works. I don't need to play a video game. Like, what video games are people playing on these platforms like that? It's just a few hardcore supporters that are playing video games. A few people amongst like tens of millions of people are gambling. You know, there's like 1,000 people gambling, and that would be a good dApp. Like, if you had 1,000 people using your dApp every single night, that's a good dApp. Most of the time it's like 200, 300 users gambling on a dApp every single night. Some of them are probably bots or something. Like, it's not being used right now. So for me, I'm like, okay, DeFi works. You know, they talked about it taking a few years. Like, I'm game for that because it seems more realistic than anything else. Ethereum Enterprise Alliance. We were showing this yesterday. Like, let's look at all the members of the Ethereum Enterprise Alliance. Like, you got Citibank, you know what I mean? You got Intel, you got JP Morgan, you know, there's all these different companies. You got, where is it? Microsoft. You got all of these different companies. You can just go through this list. In some way, they're contributing into figuring out how they can make Ethereum scale for enterprise, what is it? Enterprise software. You know what I mean? Enterprise ready software for their companies. So, and if you guys never used an enterprise software like an ERP system, enterprise resource planning and stuff like that, like I've been part of those implementations at work, and I know how difficult and how much data it holds. And Ethereum can do these things eventually when it's ready to scale. You know, it doesn't need to be ready for video games. So no, DeFi saver developers cannot run off with your Ethereum. That is one thing that they cannot do. Yeah, man. RIP Kobe, man. This thing is just, you know, more than anything else, man. RIP Kobe, man. You know, like I showed earlier, you know, while we talking about all this stuff, man, you know, Kobe spoke at the Nitron Summit. He didn't shill Tron. He was just giving his, you know, his experience of just going hard at something, which was the sport of basketball, how much he loved it, and also just becoming an entrepreneur and having mindset and all of these things, and just encouraging the crypto community really to take risk and not give up. You know, he didn't really say it in that way, but that's the message that he was putting across in this summit. Yeah, he was probably paid to be there. Does that mean that he's lying? Nah, he wouldn't come. Kobe don't need it. I just showed you guys, Kobe Bryant turned $6 million investment into the body armor drink into a $200 million stake in the company when Coca-Cola bought it. So it's like, Kobe, man, he was a great dude, man. I shed a tear earlier, man, when I heard when it was confirmed that his daughter died. You know, I just had a daughter, and you know, I could just imagine that thing going down, and all of you thinking, you know, that helicopter going down, and all you're thinking is your daughter is there with you, man. You're not even thinking about yourself, man. And it's just, it is what it is, man. It is what it is. So anyway, man, I think we're gonna just pretty much end it off with a quick moment of silence for Kobe and Gianna Bryant, Gigi, and Kobe. Hey, crypto and culture, man. I was just gonna do a quick moment of silence and get up out of here, man. This is how we could pretty much end off the stream, man. So anyway, I'm gonna just do a quick moment of silence, maybe like just a few seconds, man. Nothing too crazy, man. All right, thank you, people. This is so sad, man. Anyway, man, you know, I was able to pay my little tribute, add in a little extras, man. I didn't get to fix the jersey how I wanted to for Rick, but Morty got his Lakers hat on with the Kobe on it, you know what I'm saying? And they got the little poster in the background, so you know, it's definitely respect for Kobe. RIP Kobe on the Shill stream, man. Anyway, I'm gonna get up out of here, man. Shout out everybody that jumped in the chat. Crypto and Culture, H Boogie, Silver Crypto, Matt Sandstrom, Crypto Fees, Tim Epps, Rebenzo. Thank you very much for the tip. Rebenzo tipped me $10 in Monero, so thank you very much, man. That was very kind of you. Who else was in here? Start small, think big. If I forgot you, man, I'm sorry. I you know, rough time right now, man. So shout out to everybody in the chat, man. We'll keep this thing, you know, chatting tomorrow, man. So I'll see you guys tomorrow in the next video. I am out of here. Peace. Hold on, let's get some music going.